wear your socks. Take off your shoes. The skate gods are asking for socks. Throw your socks in the fire.
All right. Welcome back to the Downhill Dummies podcast. I am here with Robin Henao. What's up?
What's up, guys?
All right. So, why don't you give us a little bit introduction?
Okay, so name's Robin. I am from New York, from Queens. Grew up in Queens. Now I'm living in Long Island. So there's absolutely no hills from where I am. There's a few baby hills where me and Jonathan learned how to like do like the basic shit. My bad, can I curse?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Freedom of speech, baby.
Cool.
Get a little closer to that mic.
Yeah. So, yeah, just grew up in Queens, and just like fucking chilling. Yeah. I mean, what else do you really need for introduction? I don't know.
Yeah, he's from Queens, and you live in Long Island now. So it was a 4-hour ride to get here.
Yeah, 4 hours. It's pretty smooth. Usually it's a lot longer to like get out of the city, but it was pretty smooth this morning. Luckily, we got to beat the traffic, and yeah, we're here chilling. I love coming out of the city. Love being out of the state. It's awesome. Because of the sport, I didn't really travel much until I started skating. So, seeing like all of like the windy roads and the trees and stuff like that, as much as the allergies kind of like hit me, I love it.
What was the first event that you traveled away from home to go and skate?
So the first event that we ever went to, I was with Jonathan and
Beltreezy.
Beltreezy
Beltreezy.
in the
He's in the house too.
Yep. Yeah, so the first event that we ever went to was Cental Mass. It was Cental Mass 6 or 7? 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, because we went to 4. So yeah, it was Cental Mass 7. We were pretty late in the game.
Same.
And it was funny because like we had no like we were skating for like 4 months. We started skating like April, and then that was in August. So yeah, like 4 months.
Wow, you really went into it.
Yeah, we
green.
No, mind you, we were supposed to go to Acme that year, and it got canceled. So that was the year that Acme got canceled. And I was like, oh, we should really hit this road, and we were like, yeah, let's do it. And then it got canceled, and then I on the Facebook page, that's when they advertised Cental Mass, and I was like, well, fuck it, let's just go to Cental Mass. And we went, and it was awesome. Street skate, the first day was like all street skate stuff, like all like like ramps and stuff. I don't really do that. Jonathan is like, he's more into that stuff, so he was like having fun and stuff. I was just kind of chilling out. And then the next day, we pulled up to the race, and it's like, everybody knows Cental Mass. It's, 2 little drops, and there's a long ass flat.
It's a long flat.
And me and Jonathan pull up with fucking like motorcycle gear, all padded up all over the place, like shoulder pads, chest pads, back pads, all this stuff, and like big ass like jerseys and stuff, looking like straight up hockey players, and we have like snowboard goggles on and stuff, and everybody's like, you guys gonna be okay? Like, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So that was the first event we ever went to, and it was an experience for sure.
Well, that was cool. I mean, that was also my first event. Did you stay in the hotels, and did you do the parking lot stuff at night?
No. So no, we missed the parking lot stuff at night. I don't remember where. Did we stay at a hotel, or did we stay like at an Airbnb? I don't even remember.
Where did you camp? Where was camping at?
Where did we? Oh, yeah.
I know.
There was a campsite. I honestly, I don't even know. It was like 30 minutes away from from the general store. So
Wow.
we were camping that year, and yeah, it was a pretty cool campsite. Now that I remember, that was the year, that was a very dramatic year for me.
Tell us about it.
Uh, uh, I was still with my ex girlfriend at the time, and we almost broke up that year. That event, it was a big thing. Rather not get into it, but it was,
It's fine.
yeah, it was some drama there. But yeah, that was, other than that, that was a fun event. That was like a really fun event. And it kind of like made me just stick to the craziness that is downhill skateboarding.
My first or second year, I think it was the second year that I was at Cental Mass. They did the tattoos in the bathtub and in the hotel, and they turned the entire bathtub black.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah,
dude.
They were doing like poking stick.
Wow. Okay. So I saw.
You seen the picture?
Yeah. I was like, dude, what in the world?
Dumpster fires in the parking lot. Like, dude, like if you see a send off T-shirt,
yeah,
or even the flyer, there's like a dude in overalls standing next to a dumpster that's on fire.
Oh, okay. I think I saw that in a video.
Yeah. So like in like the flyer, they incorporated like a lot of the stuff that happened throughout the years in the send off flyer.
Okay.
That was Cental Mass 10.
Yeah, the last one. Yeah, those shirts were gonna be red. I remember that, but they weren't.
They turned them like light sky blue, and on the back of the T-shirt, Mike Gerard paid extra money to have the little bee. Like everything is white on the back shirt.
Yeah.
Except for that little bee in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Brick.
Yeah.
He had just that one little red spot on the back of the T-shirt. I should go get it, but I have my Killington shirt on today.
The Sisterhood of the Traveling Brick. Has anybody ever officialized how that name came to be?
No, I mean, they're a southern group, right? They're from North Carolina?
Yeah.
Or down south?
Somewhere down there.
Yeah, they're still out there. They're still skating. I think a couple of them came to the knob.
So, for Cental Mass 10, I am in no way taking any credit for anything that I am about to say right now, because this is obviously an established crew, and you know their name is their name, but I had no idea what their name was before this time, and it was all right. So it was Cental Mass 10, and it was after racing. At this point, there were like no pads. I was shirtless completely, and me and Jonathan are up at the start line. Jonathan pulls up, and then Chad, first time we ever meet Chad
Scholes.
Yep. He pulls up next to me and in between me and Jonathan, and he looks at Jonathan. He's like, "You want to race?" And Jonathan's like, "Yeah, I'll race you." and then I'm like, "All right, cool. So like, I'll be right behind you guys. You know, like I'll just check it out." And then, boom, we take off. And like Jonathan's pushing for his dear life, and he's like, we're like city skaters, so like our kick push at this time is on point,
right?
And he's just taking off, and Chad's like right there with him, and then he gets into tuck, and then Chad gets into his like his turtle shell tuck thing.
The Scholes method.
Oh, dude, and Jonathan was like visibly angry, like you can tell he was like, what the fuck, man? He was, oh man, it was hilarious. And I was like, don't worry, bro, I got you. I was like still kick pushing, and I saw all this unfold in front of me, and I was like, I just kicked right behind him, and I was like sniffing Chad's farts like on the way down the hill, and we're like fucking hauling, and we didn't like hear this group of skaters drop in before us, and we didn't see them at all. So we get to the flat, and me and Chad are fucking hauling. And they're just la-di-da holding hands.
And they made a wall, right?
They made a big ass wall down the whole entirety of the road. And me and Chad are like, holy shit, he's like kneeling up. I'm like getting up trying to air brake. and then I passed like I think Jared was also skating with them. So I like try to like push Jared this way and like try to not like make him fall off his board. I go off this way to the side. Chad's already in the dirt, so he's like stumbling off, and then I come off. I hit a hay bale, and I aimed for the next one, but I completely missed, and I like slid across the whole driveway on the side of the road.
No shit. You know, I think I actually have the video footage from that because Chad was filming.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that'd
Yeah.
be awesome to watch.
Because I was there, but I was staff.
Okay.
So I think I was doing staff things.
Okay, yeah.
So I remember I gave him, well, no, he had his own like Sony cam that he would put on the side of his camp helmet.
Oh yeah,
That little white thing.
Yep. He was wearing that.
Yeah.
He was
So
wearing
I
that.
remember the footage. I have it on my computer somewhere.
Oh, shit.
I could dig that out.
Yeah, that'd be
So-
that'd be awesome. Yeah, that was my first ever interaction with Chad. Was getting up and seeing him like get up and like kind of stumble, and I was like, dude, are you okay? And he was like, yeah. He's like, I'm good. And I was like, you're made of steel, dude. Because
Yeah.
he looked like
He's taken some pretty bad, gnarly hits. And most recently, he got injured at Switchbacks in Maine. No, New Hampshire. Switchbacks is New Hampshire.
Yeah, he hasn't really been skating.
Right, because he had surgery on his knee. He
Okay.
tore something in his knee, and he had surgery on it. And he's in his recovery phase. He's still recovering. He won't even snowboard with me this year.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
he's taken like a full-on year off. He's doing like kick push things to try to like recover. But I don't know if you guys have ever seen Chad do his Chad thing, but it's insane. They're like, he passes people, and when he passes you, you're like, whoa.
You're like, what was that?
It's a missile. Like, he's a little itty-bitty missile. And he got bumped out of A bracket into B bracket because of that.
That's not even. I mean, I guess.
Some people got mad
Yeah.
that, like, in racing, he did that. But again, this was Cental Mass.
This is Cental Mass.
So Cental Mass had no rules,
It's not
but
like
they
a world
like
qualifier or anything.
right. There was no like there were no IDF rules at this race, but there were people that were in the IDF at the race that were like, "Nah, we're not having it."
Yeah.
So Chad got bumped out of A bracket in the B bracket.
That sucks.
So let's move on to Jonathan pending straight at the knob. You said you wanted to get that straight and cover that story.
All right. So Jonathan pending the straight at the knob. That was it was a thing. It's not. I want to clear up the fact that there has never been any bad blood between anybody. And I think things get heated up in the heat of the moment, and I think people do, like, you know, what they need to do, and I think skating is just that. You just have to get down the road. I think people getting a little bit upset is natural. Maybe holding that anger out is, you know, maybe a little bit too much, but I think everything was done in good spirits, and I hope everything is, you know, better now. But it was funny because I was there when it happened, and so Sam was there also, and I just hear Sam egging him on. He's like, dude, you should kick out in front. And Jonathan's like, all right, well, yeah, it's like fuck it, I'll do it, I'll kick out in front. And at the time, I remember he had told me, he was like, yo, like, I don't know about these toe sides yet, and like the bottom is a toe side. That first turn of the knob is a toe side. So I'm like, all right, well, just do your thing. But I didn't know he was like planning to go out in front, right?
With the fast boys.
No, he was in the race.
Oh, in
right?
the
He
race.
was racing, yeah. So
Okay.
his heat was coming up, and I thought he was like, you know, gonna like sandbag it, you know, like kind of like stay in the back and, you know, do his thing. And Sam's like there, he's like, yo, just push out in front. Just push out in front. He's like egging him on, and then next thing you know,
Sam
you see-
Levine.
yeah.
Okay.
And next thing you know, you see Jonathan's like, he's just like bouncing up and down. I'm like, what? Like, why is he so excited right now? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I'm like, Sam, what are you telling him? He's like, oh, he's gonna push out in front. I'm like, what? Go! That's all I hear. And then you just see Jonathan just pushing out straight in front, and everybody's just like, didn't expect that. So they're all just watching, and I'm like, all right, like he looks like he's gonna just go straight for it, and then he's setting up, but he's setting up the wrong way, and everybody's like, what are you doing? And I was like, no, it's okay. And like he went. So all right, so here's what I wanted to get straight. So for the record, Jonathan did not push anyone off of the road.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what happened. So Jonathan was in front. He was completely in front, and he was setting up, right? So he was setting up. You can clearly see, if you're a rider behind, somebody, you can clearly see which way they're going, what they're doing, right? So if you see that somebody's setting up to do, another type of slide that isn't conventionally done at that place, you can avoid it. You have a lot of time to do so, especially at the beginning of a race where you're not going that fast, right? So the first two people, go this way, and then you have, I guess.
So the first turn at the knob is a left.
Yeah, the first turn at the knob is a left, and
Jonathan
he was setting up left to slide right, but he wasn't. He was just trying to check his speed to then hit the to then grip the left and continue with his turn. Majority of the riders in his heat saw that. They avoided it. They went around, and then the one I guess he stayed back. I guess he didn't know what was happening. He kind of fumbled, I guess, hit his own line. And then that's what caused that to happen. And then I guess the whole thing was that, like, oh, he like pendied the straight and like knocked the rider out, and that's not what happened.
Right.
He
So Jonathan, you're goofy? Yeah, so he was setting up for a toe side and
he ended up doing a
heel side. He
yes.
did a heel side into his toe side.
Into his toe side, yes.
Yeah.
But it's
in front of the pack. In front of his heat.
In front of his heat. But he was well off to the side.
Yeah.
So
the last person hit him?
The last person hit him. The first two were able to take that inside line and clear him. It to me, it wasn't a big deal. I don't think he didn't touch anyone. The other kid just kind of like fumbled his line, I guess, because he didn't.
Who got mad? Because the first two advanced anyway. Like,
yeah, it was the one that ended up sliding off the road. I don't want to drop any names. It's all love. I mean, at the end of the day,
right.
I've skated with him as well, and not with him, but like we've been in a pack together at other knobs, and he's really cool.
Yeah.
It's all love. But it's like I understand the frustration, but I think the excitement of the crowd is kind of what took the story to like the wrong way, where it's like, oh, he took somebody out, and it's like that's not what happened. So yeah, I think that's kind of like setting the record straight on what exactly happened at the knob and this whole pending the straight story.
So is that acceptable, Jonathan? Do you think that's exactly what happened?
Well, that's exactly what happened.
That is literally exactly what happened.
How long have you been skating?
So like downhill?
Either or. If you started street skating, because I started street skating when I was 9. So
that's young. So yeah. I started rollerblading first. I started rollerblading when I was like about the same age, like 8 or 9. I was in Colombia. That's where my parents are from, and I was out there, and my cousins had rollerblades, so I got some rollerblades, and they lived like out in the boondocks in Colombia, and they had like a huge, like, I want to say maybe like 15% grade hill right next to their house. So we would always like go back there, and like we'd hit the hill like starting from the bottom, and then like make our way up higher and higher to like start to hit the whole thing. And then one day I like climbed all the way to the top, and then just like I fucking sent it, and I had no idea how to stop. I had no idea how to stop, and there was like a long grassy patch at the end of the road, but like you had to like go up a sidewalk, so like I ended up just kind of like bailing out at the bottom, like slid like maybe like 50 feet on the concrete and into the grass, and like I got up, I shook it off, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that shit again. It's like I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what happened. And then I just like picked up a skateboard. I think was it eighth grade?
Yes.
Yeah, it was like the summer of eighth grade, going into high school, like going into ninth grade, and we picked up some what was it, Spitfire? No, World Industries. Those World Industries skateboards. We picked it up at Spencer's.
Wow.
Yeah, and we got that. We had Spitfire wheels and Bones red bearings, and we like rode those around for like a good year or so. We learned a couple of tricks. Jonathan learned more tricks than I did. And then I kind of just like I fell off. Like I fell off. I went down like a really like wrong path in life, I guess you would say. And
It happens. Life
yeah.
happens.
Yeah, we just kind of like stopped skating. And then skip to like I don't know, like 12, 14 years later, I'm like 24, 25, and Jonathan's like, I want an electric skateboard. Dude, I was in the city and I saw this dude like chilling in the sidewalk, and he like walked into this building, and then next thing you know, his skateboard followed him into the building. And I was like, what? He was like, dude, his skateboard followed him into the building. So we like went on Google and like looked up like electric skateboards, and sure enough, we found like the boosted board. It had just come out. And he's like, oh, dude, I fucking want that. And I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, me being the amazing friend that I am, I was like, yo, we should try. I want to try and get him that skateboard. I looked it up. It was like $2,500.
It's expensive.
Fuck, and it had just come out. It was the first boosted board ever. So it was like $2,500. I was like, bro, this is like twice my rent. Like, I can't do that. So I got a whole bunch of people together, and I was like, yo, let's get him this skateboard. Everybody's like, that's steep, bro. So I was like, fuck. Well, let's just get him a regular longboard then. Mm-hmm. And I found a Lanyard's pintail. I forgot what it's called. It was a 41-inch pintail, sexy as shit. And I was like, he would like this because it was orange. It was a bright orange. He loves the color orange. I'm not sure why I hate that color, but it's.
Well, I love that color.
I mean, I know you do with your orange Halloween costume and your suit and stuff, but yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's a very loud color, but I knew he would love it. So I was like, yo, let's get him this shit. And one of my other friends, they had a longboard to donate, and I was like, yo, I'll take that shit. He's gonna need somebody to skate with anyway. So we got him the skateboard. Was it for Christmas or your birthday? It was for his birthday. So we got it for his birthday, and he was stoked, obviously. And then we went out to ride. The first day we went out to ride, I snapped my board in half.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I was trying to do this this trick, this like Ghost Rider trick where you're like riding and then you step off and like flip it and you land on it. So I did that, flipped it the wrong way, went onto the street. A car just came and snapped it in half.
So you didn't snap it. A car snapped it.
Yeah, a car snapped it in half. And I was like, nah, I can't not have a skateboard right now. So we went to the city that same day, and I dropped like, I think it was like 200 something on a Lanyard switchblade. I went to Uncle Funky's board shop in
shout out
downtown Manhattan.
You know how hard it was for us to find that, by the way? Like, we didn't know that it was in the basement of a building and you had to go down the stairs.
Yeah.
Like,
no, all you see is a hair salon.
Right. We were like walking around the block. We're like, where is this place? And then like one of us finally noticed the sign. Sorry, continue the story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the same thing happened to us. We were like looking for it. We didn't know what to look for. And then Jonathan's like, wait, it's that one. And I'm like, what? He's like, we see the stairs and we see the skateboard on the side. And we're like, all right, cool. We go down there. Jeff, shout out Jeff. He took care of us. He gave me that switchblade. Put some Liam Morgan blood orange wheels with some Bones bearings. I went in there. I didn't know anything about like, I guess the longboard gear, stuff like that, and downhill skateboarding. I all I knew was like bones bearings, like Spitfire wheels, stuff like that, like element boards, and that's the mindset I came from. And he like showed me this whole new world. So yeah, we came through, and then the next day we went to go skate this hill by where we used to live. It was busy as hill. It's like coming off of a highway, so it was like a lot of cars going in and out. And then we bombed the hill, and then first time ever getting speed wobbles, I ate it. Got like huge road rash down the side of my hip, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, this is definitely gonna stay in my life for a very long time. But yeah, that's how we started skating. After that, it was kind of just like, let's just look for more hills. We looked on YouTube.
So, what made you want to skate? Like, what got you into skating? Like, something always happens in somebody's life that gets them into skating. I have my own story, but what's yours?
Well, I've always been the type of person that needs kind of like an outlet, so to speak. I'm very like, I guess, sensitive to the issues around me, everything that happens. So I'm always like, I need an outlet. I mean, I played music, I play guitar. There's like that side of me. There's a lot of stuff that like I do to kind of like balance out my thought process and my emotions. And a big part of that was kind of like getting my adrenaline to rush. So I've always been into that kind of like speed kind of thing, or like, reckless kind of stuff. Not reckless. Yeah, reckless. I would say reckless. I've always kind of been into that reckless lifestyle, kind of putting my life on the line and just feeling alive. And at that time, when I started doing downhill, and like when me and Jonathan started downhilling, I was coming out of a very I guess negative space in my life, like growing up, like that wrong path that I told you, like I went down from. I had just recently like gotten out of it, and so I kind of was looking, I guess, in a sense, for some kind of identity. And with the skateboarding, I kind of found it, because it's something that like I grew up doing, something that was kind of like in my childhood that I always did, that made me feel good. It was a little different. It wasn't roller skating, like rollerblading, but it still hit exactly the way it should.
It's amazing how good rolling on a piece of wood on wheels feels.
It's
like,
it's unmatched.
It blows my mind every time, that I step on my board, and the feeling that I get. It's still new to me to this day.
Yep.
And that's how I felt when I first stepped, or even seen somebody riding a skateboard. I'm like, whoa, what is that?
Right.
So
just the like,
I was inspired immediately.
yeah, it looks like you're floating. Like when you're seeing somebody do it, it looks like they're just floating. They're just like levitating, and it looks so free. And you get on a skateboard, and it's exactly how it feels. Like exactly how it looks is exactly how it feels, and that's the best part about it. Like you see that, and you're like, yo, that looks like fun, and it is. It's extremely fun. It's the most fun you'll probably ever have in your life. I personally think everybody should get on a skateboard at least once in their lifetime.
I agree. What is one of your best memories from a skateboarding event, and what is your favorite event?
Ooh, my favorite event. Okay. All right. My mecca, I guess you would say, like, like my mecca would be Mary Hill. I love Mary Hill. It's not the most challenging road. I get it. Everybody says like, oh, it's such an easy road, whatever. But it's like, I don't care. Like, it's a fun ass road.
It's thrilling.
It's thrilling. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It has curves. It's like, you don't always need to slide for every little thing, and it's amazing. It's just, and it's such a great vibe. Like, the people are insane. The people are not insane, but like, the people are insanely cool. And I think that's my favorite event of all time. But then I went to Woodbooger this year, and that by far is one of the funnest roads that I have
Yeah.
skated.
I mean, like you first talked about Maryhill. That's
Yeah.
an all grip road.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to slide it at all.
Right.
But it's fast.
It's fast. Everybody's fast on Maryhill. That's the best part.
Right. And then Woodbooger is long. It's technical.
Right.
Parts of it are very fast. And you need to slide a lot.
There's Woodbooger is Woodbooger is fast. I love it. Woodbooger is fast. It's like there's no like it's just fast or faster. Those are the speeds at Woodbooger. It's fast or faster.
Right.
But like it's super cool because you can also take it super chill.
Right.
And that was the best part about it. That it's just like you can chill out and you can have fun with it, and it's very technical. Like I guess another one that was kind of like Woodbooger would be GRC. GRC was
I've never been, but yeah.
GRC is pretty dope. I mean it's kind of sad how it's like
GRC was like way more turns than Woodbooger. It was like 23 of them or something like that.
I think it's 17 hairpins.
17 hairpins.
Yeah, GRC. So it was fun, but it never got that fast because the turns were so
close to each other. Yeah.
So it was more fun than anything, but Woodbooger kind of like takes that and like extends it for like a longer distance. So now you have, chicanes, you have, like different little sweepers that you have to worry about into like a hairpin or into not even a hairpin, just like a turn where you have to like not fully slide, but kind of like check your speed. And it just, there's all these features to it. And the best part about it is that it's so long. So these features last for, the entirety of the run. And it's very fun. So I think that was a very fun experience. But so I would say that's a very fun event. So Mark, Emily, Dave, if you're listening out there.
Yeah. I mean, it was a fun video to make too, because like I got to be part of the Hey crew.
Yeah.
And I just like the video that I did make. I watch it every once in a while. I'm like, man, I just want to go back.
Yeah. It's such a vibe. And it was very well run. It was very, very well organized, in my opinion.
Campground got a little rowdy.
Did it?
I mean, you were there that night.
It was
the disco night.
Oh, that was fun. That was fun. Yeah.
When the cops showed up more than one time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was fun. No, I thought it was fun. We had like a sick camp.
You had
campsite.
you had a perfect campsite for the view of that there. You were like right there.
I was right there. I wasn't in it.
Yeah,
I was like,
but you could just sit in your own camp.
Yep.
You and John and all your homies.
Yep.
And
we were just chilling.
Yeah.
Just
Actually,
watching.
My favorite part of Woodbooger was the slingshot.
Oh, the slingshots. Yeah.
Bro, the slingshot. That was so fun.
Target practice.
Yeah. Like, I had a lot of fun at Woodbooger. The skating was awesome.
Yeah.
But when it was just time to chill and be homies and just drink beer and then we friggin' shoot the slingshot. That was so fun.
So my favorite. Oh,
and not only that, you got showers.
Oh yeah, the
hot water.
Showers definitely a plus. I mean, listen. Full disclosure, I may be nasty. You can call me nasty. I don't care. Whenever I'm in a camping trip, it's over the weekend. It's only 2 days, and I don't really take showers.
If I can, I will.
I have wipes,
especially because I was on Hey Crew.
Oh yeah, well you're doing shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm technically doing shit also. I'm skating and sweating also. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I am dirty. I don't. I don't know. I have wipes, bro. I wipe the important places, and that's what.
Well, that's a step further because at events where there are no showers, I just raw dog it all weekend.
Yep. Yeah. Like the knob. So that actually leads me to my favorite memory. So it's funny because I have favorite experiences for 3 different events. But I guess they're all kind of just there. So my favorite memory at a skate event was falling asleep at the knob at the campfire.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like I have so many good. The knob to me is like I have so many good memories at the knob. So like the first memory, they were doing the whole socks in the fire thing.
Yeah.
And
That has gone away, as far as I know.
what, the socks in the fire?
They didn't do no socks and fire unless I was not around for it.
I think they still. I know.
I know it's still done.
I know. Yeah, I know Dave likes.
I got iced, so
Yeah. So,
they still do the shenanigans.
yeah, man. So yeah, it was like they were doing the socks in the fire thing, and then I came through with like some campfire colors, and everybody was like, everybody was very happy.
Campfire colors are those little packets that you just throw into the campfire and it turns them like green and
Yeah, so I took like 2 of those packets and I put it into the campfire, and then I forgot who. I think it was Chase. He yells out, he's like, "The skate gods are asking for socks. Throw your socks in the fire." And that night just got very aggressive, and they were stopping everybody that passed by the campfire. Like, "Wear your socks. Take off your shoes." And it was a very fun year. But
we need to bring more of that back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shoeies need to be more of a thing. Like,
Yep.
if you spill beer around me, I'm gonna call a shoe.
I've never done a shoey, and I kind of don't want to. My feet stink.
Well, you know, like, the more beers you have, the more susceptible you are to a shoe, and the more likelihood that you'll do a shoe based off the more beers that you've drank already during the day. Like, I don't care. I'll drink out of my shoe.
Yeah.
Don't care.
I mean, I guess if I'm drunk enough, I'll do it. I mean, I don't really do the drinking stuff much.
Yeah, you're not big of a drinker.
I'm not that big of a drinker.
Especially at an event.
Yeah, no, I won't drink at an event.
Yeah.
Just because I get really bad hangovers. So I want to actually enjoy my time. I mean, to the guys that, fucking party all night, drink, and get up the next morning,
crazy.
and it's like nothing happened. Shit, more power to you. I wish I could do that.
I can drink a little bit after we get done skating, but I get tired really easy. At the knob, I was falling asleep around the fire.
That's the best part,
dude.
That's the best part. There's a video of the knob where I think it might be one of yours. I'm not sure, but the closing shot is just like a shot of the campfire, and you see me. It's like me and Kyla, and we're like sitting down right in front of the campfire, and I'm like crossing my arms and I'm nodding my head, and I could have sworn there was music playing, which is why I was nodding my head. But everybody around me tells me no, there was no music playing. Like, you were just vibing.
It might be my video, because I remember ending one of my knob videos with a campfire.
Okay, so yeah, it might have been.
It might have been.
And I'm there. Everybody's just like, "What are you nodding your head at?" I was like, "Yo, there was music playing." They were like, "No, there was no music." I'm like, "I don't know, bro. There was music in my head, bro." And that I remember that night specifically because I was like jamming out like to whatever was playing in my head, I guess. And then like the campfire was going, everybody was chilling. Nala was like playing somewhere else with the other dogs, and like everybody was just having a good time. And for some reason, like nothing was happening, but that's my favorite memory, like in any skate event for some reason.
Well, that's awesome. My favorite memory to any skate event, it has to be Cental Mass. Because it was one of the years where I was on staff. I got smart, and like, we stayed in the hotel. We paid for it for years. We would split it between 4 or 5 people, and we'd jam each other into that one hotel room. And like, I remember sleeping in a chair first couple years, just because like I didn't want to take up a bed, But then I got on staff, and then when you're on staff at Cental Mass, you get to camp in Mike Gerard's parents' house in the yard. Yeah. The Gerard yard. I can never say it. The Gerard. The Gerard. But it was cool. He would set up that 60 by 40 tent, or that 30 by 40 tent in his yard, and you would have access to that. You could camp in there, or you could just camp on the ground. But it's just like the parking lot sessions that we would have has to be my favorite memory from a skate event. And my actual favorite event is probably that Cental Mass is not a thing anymore. It has to be the knob. Mm. I don't know why. It's just, you're in your own little world. when you're there because there's no service on the mountain.
Yeah.
And you know, like you're amongst your homies all day. Like we could be getting bombed and I would not know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
things could be happening that were serious in the world, but when you're at the knob, you don't know. You don't know diddly fucking squat about it.
Yep.
You know, it's a half an hour, 25 minutes to a half an hour to the closest gas station. And then when I finally got there, dude, he only had premium gas. You know, he didn't even have any of the other gas.
Damn.
You know.
Yeah, the knob's definitely a good experience.
Yeah. Like, is it 8 hours away? Yes.
Yeah.
But it's a fun road. It's fast. And I don't know. I can't see myself finding something else that's better. You know, there are better hills, but I have more fun. I have the most fun at the knob so far. Now that Cental Mass is not around anymore.
It took me a while to like actually like the knob, like the road itself.
Mm-hmm.
The first 3 times that I went to the knob, I was eating it like left and right.
Yeah, so like the first couple of times that I came to the knob, I was scared.
Yeah.
Like I was terrified of the hill. I wouldn't even start from the top. I would walk up from Party Corner and just like start from a spot up there.
Okay.
And only skate down to Party Corner.
Yeah.
You know. And now that Ellis like forced me to go fast. Ellis, thanks for making me go fast, by the way. I'm just letting you know. Like I hope you're watching. You bring us to hill like or places out in Cental Mass. Like northern Cental Mass. And these are 50-mile-an-hour hills.
Yeah.
You know, and the GoPro said that I went 47, but there's got to be, I had to have gotten up to 50 at some point because there's like a little bit of a speed differentiation, a little speed difference on the GoPro because it's using GPS. I don't know how.
Yeah.
You know, so I know I got to 50 at least once on that hill.
What? I think I hit that.
Yeah, so there's like a little abandoned school that you park at and hang out, and then you go up the road.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah,
I know there's a like fast road somewhere up there that we hit, but it was with Doug. It wasn't with Ellis. But I mean, Doug and Ellis used to skate together.
Yeah,
all the time.
so I'm pretty sure like either Doug showed Ellis the road or Ellis showed Doug the road.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, those roads out there are very fun, and they are fast.
And there was a couple of, like the Magic School Bus.
Yep.
That hill is super fun. It's technical, and it's got bumps, so you have to de-weight your skateboard like 3 times.
Oh wow!
In a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
So like you're going like 40 when you hit these bumps. Right? So the first run, I get there, I've never skated the road before. Yeah. And I'm like dropping with Pete. He's a loser. I don't know if you know Pete.
Yeah, I know Pete.
Pete, Owen, and Ellis. And I'm driving. So I'm like driving behind. And Owen and Ellis drop first. And then Pete is last. And I'm watching him in his luge, and he hits this bump. And he's like just going along. And he just goes, boom.
Oh, shit.
You know? I watch his whole luge just drop about 6 inches without coming back up. And I'm just like, nope. My board's going to kick me off. And I was like, I was not going to skate the road. And then Ellis was like, dude, just follow me. Like, I'm going to skate it, stand up. And then standing up, not in the tuck, in the truck, I barely made 30.
Okay.
So I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
You know, when he went over the bumps, he like de-weighted the board. And I know how to de-weight my skateboard.
Yeah.
Like, because I snowboard. And after that, I was like, okay, I'll skate it. And then I hit it once. I was like, dude, I'm fucking sending this shit. I'm out. So shout out to Ellis for helping me push myself.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and with that being said, we're going to take a quick break.
Let's do it.
All right, and we are back.
Yep.
So, Robin,
Yep.
let's chat about your injury. What happened?
So, so I'm not skating. Haven't been skating. I caught a little boo boo about 4 months in August. So like
Quite the boo boo.
yeah. So I was Chester. I was in Chester.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Chester
With Jeff?
with Jeff.
Yep.
Where we did Chester fried chicken and sick road, very very fast, very narrow, windy road. And the last time I had skated it was last year. So it had been a while, and I went back. We were like, kind of like corner seshing it for a little bit. I took like a few like free ride runs, just kind of like stand up, check in here and there, and then I was like, let me hit this on my downhill setup. So I like did like one practice slide, and then I just like decided to like go straight up to the top and just full send it.
From the top of Chester,
Yeah.
fried chicken.
Yeah, from the top of
man.
Chester. And I like, like last year, like when I hit it, I was full tucking it kind of, and then like I would air brake, a little bit towards the bottom to kind of like shed that speed and then slide really, really early. And then I don't know, I don't know what I was on that day, but I like saw a line, like I guess a fucking imaginary line that I could take on that right, on the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
at that right. And like where I could like kind of just shed enough speed to kind of like almost grip the turn, you know what I mean? And not have to like, fully like slide the whole, right before and then grip up. And I did that, but then I also full sent it. I did not air brake, not once, going down that run. And by the time I realized, I was like, I'm not gonna get this line. It was too late for me to slide. So I tried sliding obviously, but I saw myself hitting Kyla. She was spotting, and I like bailed right off of my board, and I saw my head hitting the guardrail, so like I ducked underneath to not hit it, and then my leg hit the guardrail, like the post.
Oh.
Yeah, and then I went underneath, and a tree just made me come to a full stop. Like I crashed right into the tree, and I was fully conscious. Well, I was kind of fully conscious.
It's like a blackout moment.
Yeah.
You don't like pass out,
No,
but it's just like things happen so fast.
yeah. So I kind of
Yeah.
like I laid there to kind of just like take it in.
Mm-hmm.
I was like assessing, the pain, what was happening, and then I started moving maybe like 5-10 seconds later, and Kyla had shut everybody down. It was Jeff and Jonathan, they were behind me. And then I get up, I'm not hearing anything. I'm just kind of like in my own world, and I hear Kyla say like sit down. But I'm like standing up, I'm like trying to see if I have mobility of my legs, if I like broke anything, because I'm like trying to assess what's wrong with my body. And I see like oil streaks. on my pant leg.
Mhm.
It's like just black streaks, right? And I'm like, why is there oil in my pants? And I'm like, there's no oil around here. And I'm like, wait, that's not oil, it's warm. And I'm like, there's blood. And Kyla's like, yes, there is. And I'm like, there's a lot of blood. And like I'm like trying to get over the guardrail, and like I stumble over it, and like I fall. And Jonathan at this point is there. He like grabbed me and everything, like put me down on the road. And I'm like, they're like looking for scissors to like, cut my
your
pants
pants.
open. And I'm like in the heat of the moment, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And I take my pants and I rip them open. And as soon as I rip them open, I see you just see a hole on my shin, and you just see bone. And I'm like, at that point, I didn't react. I just kind of like, I just let them do what they were doing. I just kind of looked away. I laid down on the road, and I was like, I'm just gonna let life take over right now because
I mean,
not,
shout out to Jonathan and Jeff
dude,
and Kyla for holding it down.
dude. Like they jumped on it. So like Jeff got this piece of electrical wire and
Use it as a tourniquet
and used it as a tourniquet so it can stop the blood. And then Jonathan came back with like 2 pieces of bounty, and he saw what he was looking at, and he drops the bounty, and he's like, no, we're gonna need more paper towel. Yeah, so we ended up like wrapping like a shirt or something like that, or a towel on my leg, took me to the hospital. So that was that. They like stitched me up. Then afterwards, like I knew something was up with my knee, but I wasn't exactly sure. So I asked for an MRI, and it turns out I have a partially torn meniscus. So it's not like, yeah, it's not fully torn, but I can't do any skating at all. Like, so it's kind of like been a bummer not being able to do anything. Like even like standing on my leg too long is kind of sucks.
Yeah. I think that's where Chad's at. I mean, Chad's injury wasn't nearly as traumatic as yours, but
I think, well, but I think he actually tore something.
He tore it.
Yeah,
I think it was the MCL.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's a little worse than what happened to me. Like mine was maybe gnarlier just because there was a lot of blood and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
I've seen the pictures. The visuals are.
Yeah, they're pretty crazy. So,
like, I don't know if I could put them in the video because YouTube might flag it because of all the blood.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I mean, hey, if you have my Instagram, hit me up. I'll show you.
Yeah, just if you want to see the pictures, he'll show you. But let's just say there's a gash this big in his, like right below his knee.
Yeah, it's huge.
That you could see. It's like that tall and about that wide.
Yep.
And you can see the bone. Like it had like the guardrail did that to you, not the tree. It had to have been the guardrail.
It was the post holding the
guardrail.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
because it was a straight cut. There was no like jagged.
No, yeah, it was a straight cut. Yeah. I'm pretty sure if I were to go back there, you could probably see like the imprint of like blood and maybe some flesh.
So this was on Chester Fried Chicken. Which turn was it?
It was the right turn. It was the one where you're coming in shit fast, like all the way at the bottom.
Right turn, like where we park if we're just corner sessioning.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, that guardrail got you.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All the way from the top. All the way from dude. All the way. Dude, how fast was I going when I passed you guys?
Bro, at the top of that shit, he went so fast that hyped Jeff and I up.
It was like
so fast, like it was like a vibration right through us as he was passing, bro. It was wild.
It was like irresponsibly fast. Like I had no business going that fast, coming in so fresh into the session. Yeah, it was 100% my fault. But I mean, hey, you live and you learn. I mean, I don't really ever get to send it like that, like when I'm at skate events and stuff like that, because I'm with people, there are people around, so I like, I don't want to hurt anyone,
right?
So when I'm, with small skate sessions like that, I kind of take advantage and kind of like go full balls to the wall, see what I could really do, but sometimes it is a little bit too much, and I do realize that. So, these things happen sometimes because, you have to own up to the fact that, sometimes me personally, I do get a little reckless, and it humbles you. It kind of makes you take a step back and be like, all right, well, what can I really do, and what can I do that I probably shouldn't, and like that's kind of how you just like stay alive, honestly, because it is a dangerous sport in itself, so it doesn't make sense to kind of just make it more difficult on yourself by trying to bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah.
Take away.
I mean, I think that's might have been what happened to me at the knob. Like, I didn't really bite off more than I can chew because I had been sliding that session or that section of the shutdown that whole day and day before, and I just don't even know, what happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I try to think about it. I think maybe I might have gotten wheel bite, or I tried to turn the skateboard too fast before I got my hand on the ground. I don't even know.
Sometimes these things just happen.
It just happens.
Yeah.
I'm left with a bunch of road rash, but at the same time, like, it's kind of a rite of passage to just fucking eat shit right there at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. We've all been there.
Yeah.
I've definitely eaten shit at the bottom of the knob. But I mean, it was kind of like due time for me to give like a little blood sacrifice. It'd been a while.
Yeah, you gotta pay your dues.
You gotta pay your dues every now and then.
That was insane though. Like I know that corner, and I've come into that corner, and it's a toe side for me. And I get terrified coming into that corner that I'm gonna hit that guardrail.
Yeah, that's.
I've never fully sent it from the top on Chester Fried Chicken.
It's fun. I'm not gonna lie.
Ellis says you can schlub it the whole way down.
Yeah. It's you could definitely chill
Mm-hmm.
on that road. It's very it's a very easy road to chill on. You can go as fast as you want to go. You know, but if you want to send it, you can send it, and it's fast. It's super fast, that road. It's that road. I think that road may even be faster than the one right next to it.
So there's a 50-mile-an-hour run right next to Chester Fried Chicken.
Yeah, that one's fast, but I think that road itself, the one where I ate it.
No shit.
I think if you're fucking hauling from the top, I think for a split second, you're reaching a higher top speed on that road than the one next to it.
Well, that's crazy.
It's fast.
Because I did a follow run with Jeff on that road that's next to Chester Fried Chicken, which is actually just Chester.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Chester. And he got to 50.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a split second, but again, it's the GoPro video or the GoPro GPS camera or speedometer. It's not that accurate. He had to have been sustained for 50, at least for a couple seconds, versus what the GoPro speedometer showed.
Yeah.
Like, I always give it a couple of extra mile an hour to think, like, okay, because it's not that accurate, versus what I seen on the dashboard in the truck. So,
yeah, no, it's a fast road. That's a very fast road. I definitely learned that day. But yeah, so now I'm dealing with that. I'm like I was going to physical therapy, but I'm probably gonna switch therapists now because my therapist now doesn't really seem to know much about this type of injury for some reason. It's very weird. Got this doctor online. Do your research, ladies and gentlemen. Don't waste copays on doctors that are not worth it. Yeah, so hopefully, next season I'll be skating again. Probably won't be doing anything too ballsy. So yeah, if you want to hang out, find me in the back of the packs.
You still go to the gym every morning?
Yeah. So I still go to the gym every morning. I try to kind of work through that. I put myself through my own kind of like physical therapy regimen. So my knee has gotten stronger over the past few months because of that. So I'm hoping that just building the muscle around it can help me. I've done a lot of research myself on this, and I've my actual orthopedic doctor told me, he's like, a lot of people heal from this injury without surgery. So that's kind of what we're hoping for. He's telling me it's not that big of a deal. I'm kind of starting to see that now because it's my knee feels fine. It's just I think it just needs more time,
right,
for it to just fully heal and me to be able to do everything that I used to do.
Good. The actual what would say the opening is closed up and.
Oh yeah. The actual it's just a scar. There's some tissue damage like along the side of the scar where like it you still can feel that it's like hard underneath the skin because of all like the scar tissue. It feels weird. Sometimes it hurts. But it's nothing crazy. Like it's completely healed. There's like all the sutures are out. Everything is like everything. It looks fine. Looks like a Joker smile on the middle of my shin. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Just get a tattoo around that.
That's what I was thinking.
Why so serious?
I wanted to leave that leg kind of like open, like without any tats, but I might just like once it's like fully healed, like the whole area, I might just do that because it's
I thought about getting this road rash here, like tattooed, and like this is road rash. Have it like an arrow pointing to it says road rash.
Road rash. That's hilarious. Have you seen the tattoo? They have like tattoos of bruises. Like,
no,
it's an actual thing. Like people tattoo bruises and
not,
like road rash onto their body.
I have not seen that.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
But like I've seen something I've been kind of interested in getting one of the embroidery tattoos.
Oh, those are sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like a glitter tattoo, like a embroidery tattoo that has a small little section of glitter in it.
You know, like a embroidered Powell logo would probably suit you.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
2 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are sick. Those are sick. It looks like an actual patch on your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty dope.
So you recently helped film a video for DHD, Downhill Dummies. How was that?
That was fun. That was fun.
It was you did a good job.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
So I like. All right. I try. I actually tried really hard on this one to like, get B-roll and like get like angles and stuff like that because like I kind of suck at getting footage. I'm not gonna lie. Like every time I'm at the place where I need to get footage, I always forget.
Right.
But I'm always skating. So this time around I wasn't skating, So I was like, all right, I have some more free time. So I was like spotting and I was like, you know what? Let me take the camera out. I was like, this will be good, like a good little surprise for Rob. And and so I was like, all right, I started taking the angles. And after I was taking the angles and I was getting a lot of like B-roll shots. And I think me and Jonathan were talking about it. And I was like, yo, I should do an intro.
I do my intros after I do filming. I don't do it right away.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. I was like, let me do this intro. I was like, what kind of intro should we do? I was like, I should do a Downhill Dummies intro. So we looked up one of your videos. It was the last one that you did, and we saw the intro, and I was like, all right. I was like, I gotta do it exactly the way he does it. So we did that, and then like we filmed that like halfway through the session, and then we finished the session. Like after that point, like it was strictly like the mission of the day was strictly to get shots for this video because now I had done the introduction.
Yeah.
So I was like, now we have to do like get this whole day shot.
Yep.
So we did just that, and then like towards the end of the day after like the burgers and whatnot, we looked up your video again. I was like, all right, what's the outro? So I was like, all right, so we did it. I rehearsed it, and then I fucking I put that shit out there. Yo, it was I was really surprised with the way you edited the video though. I was like, I wish I could have gotten more. I was like, I don't know what he's gonna do with this, but you pulled it off. It was
right. Awesome. You're happy with what
yeah. Hell yeah.
Awesome.
I'm ecstatic that you enjoyed it, honestly.
Yeah, I had a good time making it. And then like there were surprises.
Yeah.
I loved it. I was watching the raw footage for the first time. I was in there.
Yeah.
And I was full into it. I was just like, oh shit. I wish that I could get the raw reaction to watching it live.
Yeah.
Like for the first time. And I think I had sent you like a couple messages. I'm like, this is fucking dope.
Yeah, I was hyped. Hyped. I got the messages. I was like, all right, good.
Yeah.
He's enjoying it. That's cool. So yeah, that came out really cool. And it's like, I mentioned it in the video. It's a different perspective.
It is.
Yeah.
It's when you just skate and you don't film.
Yeah.
You're just you're just locked in.
Yeah,
you know,
in the moment.
But when you stop for a minute, you get all the in between minutes. You know, the silence on the hill, like you said, the little chitter chatter of people at party corner between the runs. You know, so that's for me is where the culture dives deep.
Yeah,
sitting at party corner in between runs and not skating. Like, obviously we all come there to skate, but there's just something to not skating and just hanging out with your homies.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to take that step back. You know, vibes are immaculate.
Yeah,
everybody's chilling.
Yep.
You know,
there's usually somebody who's got some sort of Bluetooth speaker playing some sort of music.
That's either me or Jonathan.
Yeah. Or if Chad's at the event, he's got this big ass one. It's like 2 foot by 3 foot.
Oh, I seen that.
Yeah.
Yep.
He busts that bitch out, and Chad's choice of music is what it is. But it gets you hyped to want to skate and hang out with your homies. And it just brings a whole new vibe to the event.
Ah, man, that just brings me back to like dance parties at the top of Cental Mass. Wow. Brought it back. Yeah.
Tell us about it.
I mean, I didn't really participate much, but I remember
seeing it.
I remember every time like Emily would like pop up to like, you know, like, oh, dance party at the top every time before a run and stuff, and I was like still like a, you know, like a noob skater. So like I would like see people like Emily and like, you know, people like that pull up, and I'm like, oh fuck, that's like, she's so cool. Like, you know, they're doing a dance party. I was like, I want to join the dance party. And Jonathan was like, just go dance. And I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go dance. And he's like, I'm gonna go dance, and he would like go up and dance and shit. But yeah, no, but I would say being a new skater, like at that time. I mean, I guess I'm still relatively new in comparison to everybody else, you know, that's around me skating. But being a new skater like that year, like it's pretty awesome, you know, meeting other skaters that like I that I saw on YouTube. I'm like, oh, these are like famous celebrity skaters,
celeb skaters.
Yo, I remember it was the first Cental Mass too. I met Liam Morgan and James Kelly. And I was starstruck. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna
starstruck.
I was fucking starstruck. I was like, bro, what? They're just fucking regular people. Holy shit, dude! I like this whole world was completely new to me. Like I had no idea what downhill skateboarding was. My view of skateboarding was only street skating when I saw on TV and like the X Games. So I figured if you were like a famous skater, you were a famous skater, like, you know, like the Nigel Houstons, you know, like the Ryan Shecklers and shit like that.
Chad Muska.
Yeah, all that. So I'm like, if I see these people in person, I'm gonna be fucking starstruck. So that's exactly what happened. I saw James Kelly, Liam Morgan, and then fucking, I think it was James Kelly. He was like, yo, I told him, I was like, yo, like if you want to like smoke up later, like, you know, like I got some weed and shit. He was like, oh yeah, definitely later. Like we never caught up to smoke after that. Like, but he was like with it, and I was like, fuck yeah. I was like, these people are cool as shit. Yeah, you know, and yeah, it just added to the excitement of, you know, what I was getting into. So that was that just brought it back.
Yeah, I met Liam Morgan once. I didn't even know that it was Liam Morgan. I was just chatting with the man.
Oh yeah,
just chilling.
He's cool.
Yeah. I mean, there was multiple people that happened like that, like Gravity Fest. I can't remember his name. Martin. Kyle Martin.
Kyle Martin.
Yeah.
Ooh, Kyle Martin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a name drop.
Yeah. I had no idea. I was talking to the Kyle Martin.
Kyle Martin.
Yeah.
At that time, he was holding the world record, right?
That Gravity Fest, I'd have to go in there to that room to see what year that was. But yeah, because I can't remember those numbers.
No, not Kyle Martin. That was Kyle Lester. Kyle Martin was the one with the black and gold suit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember him. Yeah. Okay.
He was on land yachts.
Yep.
Yeah, had a board.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
See, yeah, like I thought he was like big time celebrity and shit.
Yeah.
Like, that's like I would have met him. I would have been starstruck too.
I had no idea. I had no idea who I was talking to.
Wow.
Just like Liam Morgan. I was just chatting with him. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah. That's funny. That's funny. Yeah, no, I definitely like knew who these people were because this is who I was watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
These are the people that like taught me, I guess, that I was like watching to kind of like try to emulate, trying to learn their style of skating and trying to learn like, how to slide, how to go faster on a skateboard and so yeah, it was James Kelly, Liam Morgan, Jimmy Rhea, who else? Dylan Hepworth. Who else was I watching at the time? Byron Essert.
Dex.
What happened?
Dex.
Yeah, Dexter Manning.
Yep.
All the fast boys, Patrick Switzer, Zach Madom, Carlotti. All these guys were like in their prime when I had just started, and it was really cool. So I was like, yeah, I want to be just like them.
So I see you got your setups behind us here.
Yeah.
So you have your free ride and your downhill.
I got my free ride. Oh shit!
It won't come off. There you go.
I don't really use this one.
Bullshit.
I use all right. No, I do use this.
You use it at Caramel most.
Yeah, I use this when I'm at small intimate sessions. I don't really like to pull this out during events because I'm not much of a free rider. I don't.
What?
I swear to you, anybody who actually free rides, if anybody's watching this video who actually free rides, can honestly tell you that I am not much of a free rider. I can do some, like checks here and there, but I'm not much of a free rider. So I don't use this much in crowds. But
okay.
But yeah, but this it's my have fun board. It's my chill back and have fun board.
Mm-hmm.
It's really light. Yeah, it's very reliable. I like it.
What kind of board is it?
It's a Zenit UFO.
A Zenit UFO.
Yeah.
32?
32.
Yeah.
Zenit UFO 32. I think it's perfect for my.
Are those Savants?
These are
just Paris.
Just Paris cast trucks, 150 millimeters, and I put 43 degree base plates on them.
I can see that one of your blank wheels is just like mine.
Yeah, so I have to constantly.
You have like one tiny wheel, just like I do. Where is this? That's this one.
Yeah, so I have terrible form.
Same.
So so I have to constantly rotate my wheels in order for them to stay even.
But those wheels are fun.
Oh yeah, these are
so fun.
So I was.
Thank you, Marshall.
Thank you so much, Marshall. These wheels are fucking awesome. So I used to ride Snakes. My favorite free ride wheel was Snakes. It was the only Powell. It is the only Powell wheel that I will happily ride. I've tried Krimes. I know everybody's gonna hate me for saying this, but I don't really see the big hype on them. I don't really like them like that. They're very icy in my opinion. I like a lot of grip.
I think it's because you're a little heavier than me.
Maybe, I don't know.
I like them because I'm light.
True.
They work for me.
Yeah. So they work for whoever they work for, right. And they just didn't work for me. But like the Snakes really worked for me. So I really liked free riding on those. And then I think they stopped making the scales, and it was hard to get your hands on Snakes for a while. So and then Marshall came up with these checks, and yeah, first time I tried them, it was money. I was like, oh, this shit is sick, and I'm never buying another free ride wheel again. So Marshall, if you're hearing this, I'm gonna need more checks soon. So,
me too.
Yeah,
we will see you at Dirt Farm
soon. Yeah, Dirt Farm for sure.
And then your downhill setup has got deer whistles on it, right?
Oh yeah. This one's heavy. So this one
we should weigh it.
I don't know.
I want to get one of those boards with like a weight in the middle, but I think this one's heavy enough already.
Weight.
You have to get like one of those like light boards and then put the weight in the center to add the weight to it, I think. You have a scale? Oh, you got the pulley thing.
9.4.
9.4 pounds. Wow. Dude, this board is 9.5 pounds. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean...
Let's just weigh the mid-board without any wheels on it. Oh, okay. No wheels, no bushings.
4 pounds. Well, the wheels will add like 3 pounds to it.
Yeah.
So it's
So 2. Like this board weighs 6 pounds with the wheels and bushings on it.
yeah. Yeah, this board is pretty heavy.
Crazy heavy.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
I mean, it has all this like hardware on it. There's like a lot of metal on it. Trucks, footstop. It's pretty heavy.
And you've got spikes?
I've got spikes on it. Yeah, all this stuff. I mean, I guess after a certain point, it's more mental than anything. You know, like, oh, it like holds you down. It's like all grip and it grips you up to the board and whatnot. I feel like it does personally. I have like a whole bunch of shit to it. I have like implants here. I have an implant there. I have spikes here. I got a footstop. I mean, to each his own. You know, I see people with like 2 footstops on their board, and I question it all the time. You know, so but I mean, everybody does whatever they want to do to their stuff to kind of make it comfortable. So I respect that for sure. Yeah, this is my trusty old downhill setup.
Are you rocking 2 washers?
No, it's just
That's the bushing.
yeah, it's just the top of
It's a
very
barrel bushing.
Old barrel bushing.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like one of the chubby ones.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, so I got like a chubby here, and then like I have like a cone in the front and stuff. It's like very intricate. I guess it's kind of like one of the fast boy setups, but I mean I know these guys are riding like slalom trucks and.
But you go fast on that board. I know you do.
Yeah.
Is this the board you crashed on?
This is the board I crashed on. Yeah, there's huge chunks on my wheel. I mean, I love these wheels regardless, but yeah, huge chunks on the wheels. But yeah, this is the board I crashed on. This is the board I go fast on, or I try to go fast on. And yeah, my baby. Rocket Mini Hades.
Why do you have deer whistles?
There are a lot of deers in upstate New York. A lot of deers that like to get into the way of traffic in upstate New York.
So, I mean, that's good. That's a good thing. I mean, that's smart. Do they work?
I have never seen a deer in my run, so
They must work, right?
So they must be working. No, there's been a few times. There's been a few times where there has been deer like on the run, and I'll see them beside me. There was one time that I was skating and there was a deer running by my side for like 30 seconds, and I was shitting bricks.
I wonder if they're truly working.
I don't know. From what I hear, the way they're supposed to work is they hear the whistle and they're supposed to stop in their tracks.
But is there enough wind being generated right where you have them?
I don't even know. So so one time there's this road that I hit in Accord, New York. It's fast. It's an easy 60 mile an hour road. And there's a section of the road where it's kind of like an undulated kind of shape of the road, and then the trees come up like kind of like a tunnel, right? So it creates this like weird kind of wind tunnel that you're in, and if you're in tuck but like you kind of like lift your head up a little bit, you hear a whistle. So I don't know if that was the deer whistles or if that
or your
was
helmet,
or if that was the helmet, or if that was that's what it was.
I definitely get a little bit of a whistle in my helmet.
Okay, so
almost as if like it's talking to me, like a spirit.
Yeah.
Is having a conversation with me in my ear.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's surreal. The sounds that you get in a full face helmet going at speed.
The first time I ever wore a full face helmet, it was crazy because I feel like I wasn't skating at all.
Right. Yeah, it was almost silent, right?
Yeah, I was like, am I even going as fast as I think I'm going?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then like you open up the visor and the wind hits you and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going this fast, and then you close the visor and you're like in your own room. It's pretty fun.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh man, going fast. I'm not gonna be going fast.
Bro, you need new bearings. I could hear them in the table.
Yeah.
They should not be that loud.
I've been rocking these bearings, I think, for 2 seasons now.
Yeah. You got Zealous in there, but they're done.
Zealous? Oh, so these are the bearings that you gave me.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're done.
Oh.
I gave them to you? Yeah, they're done.
Yeah.
They're done now.
Yeah, so these are the ones that you gave me.
They came out of one of them packs up there.
Probably. Yeah, these are the ones you gave me at the Iron Horse.
That was a fun session.
That was I love that road. I love
that
road so
Why?
much.
Why do we love those roads so much? John, were you there?
The Iron Horse? I don't think. Yes. Were you there? Yeah, you were there. Were you? No, not Whiteface. No. It's in Massachusetts. We were with Doug. No, I don't think you were there. Were you? No.
This was last year.
Yeah.
Was it? No. It was this season.
It was this season.
Yeah. The beginning of the season. There's like a statue of an iron horse at the top. And a concrete cow.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that road was fun. That road was fun. It was so fun that I went back the week after that.
Yeah.
I went back the week after that to skate it.
And the cops came?
No. I went back by myself. And I don't know if it was the week after that or 2 weeks after that. But I
remember somebody telling me they went back after that and a cop came.
Was it Jeff?
It might have been Jeff.
Yeah. I don't know. I went back. I was with Kyla and we pulled up and I hit like 2 runs and it was like the funnest shit ever. And then there's a dispensary like 5 minutes away from there, so we hit that. And yeah.
Welcome to Massachusetts.
Dude, it's like a ritual. Every single time we come out to like Mass or like Connecticut or something like that, we always come skate, then we go to a dispensary, and then we get Mexican food.
Well, you've got Mexican food today. You didn't skate.
I didn't skate.
But you can still go to the dispensary.
I can still go to the dispensary.
It's right on the road.
Right. And we're talking skate, so, I mean...
Might as well. Yeah. We covered that topic.
We covered the topic.
Beep, 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 beep. One camera down.
Oh, is it dead?
No, it just ran out a SD card.
Oh.
So that one can only film for like an hour 20.
Oh, okay.
Which is crazy because we're at an hour 28.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was I talking a lot?
We've been talking for a while, yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah. Oh, man. I just want to say this on the air while we're here. I am very grateful for who you are and what you do in this community.
Well, shucks.
Thank you very much for all you do. Your videos are awesome. Your podcasts are awesome. Your collaboration in anything that, has to do with anything skate or just, putting anything together is definitely not unnoticed.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Of the community, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I just love skating. I just want to skate and go fast.
Skating loves you, bud.
Yeah.
I was hype when I met you. I was like, holy shit. I was like, I just met Rob. I remember I told him, I was like, yo, I just met Robert Perry. So you see what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, you were one of those people. I was like,
yeah.
You're like, yo, fucking Robert Perry, bro. Like he's like an organizer. What do you mean? Like this guy sets up all the shit. Like, what are you talking about? And
I help.
Yeah, like you know, because I would always see you at the events. You know, you'd be like spotting, you'd be on the radio, you'd be getting like helping getting stuff together. So I was like, yo, like this guy's a cool guy, you know. And
I'm blushing.
and then and then I remember I was like not looking for a new crew. I'm sorry, Jonathan. I love you guys. But like, you know, life happens sometimes, and life gets in the way of, you know, like people skating like that, and that, you know, that happened. So there was a time where I was kind of like, I guess, not crewless, but I was like, you know, like a lone skater, you know, and I was like trying out, like I was like going skating here, going skating there, and then you threw balance rock, and
Epic failure.
but it wasn't a failure in my eyes. See, because I came and I met the Downhill Dummies crew.
It was a fun session for what it was.
Yeah, it was a dope session. And then like I met you guys. I ran into Chad again because after that incident at Cental Mass, me and Chad, you know, we stayed in touch on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, like afterwards we were like, yo, are you good? Like, how's everything? And we kind of like stayed in touch, not like talking every day or anything like that, but like, you know, like, yo, there's this event going, you're gonna be there? Yeah, hell yeah, I'll be there. Yo, you going to Cental Mass? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll go be at Cental Mass. You know, like we would always like, you know, talk, like say hi and bye and shit, you know, like that. So, you know, Balance Rock came around, Chad was there. First time I learned that he had a brother that looked exactly like him, and I was like, what's good, Chad? I was like, wait,
that you're Cameron.
I was like, what's up, Chad? You know, and then I had the both of them on Facebook also, and I thought they were the same person, and I was just like, oh, he just has two Facebooks, and like I didn't notice that they were.
He's
like,
a twin.
Yeah, I was like, holy shit. So I was like, you know, mind blown, and then I met Jeff for the first time at Balance Rock also, and it was funny with Jeff because Jeff, like, Jeff introduced himself to me from the Facebook chat group. He like, I guess it was like, you know, the Facebook longboard, the family longboard thing. So I guess from there he got my my thing. He's like, yo, what's good? He's like, you seem cool. He's like, you seem like we would be friends, something like that, like something along those lines. And then we just started talking.
You got the rapping, and that's how it happened.
Yep. And then he just kind of like would always like hit me up, like keep me in the loop about like, you know, whatever was going on. And then we finally met, and it was just like he kind of just like picked me at random. He's like, yeah, we're gonna be friends now. and that's
same. He did the same thing to me.
Yeah, that's
he's like,
exactly
you know what? We're gonna be friends now.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That.
That's exactly what happened. So that's how I met Jeff, and then yeah, and that just kind of like led to like a whole summer of like going up to Mass, and you know, skating with you guys, and then this season. So I think it's been like 2 seasons that we've been skating.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So really grateful for that. I think that's really cool how it just brings people together.
Yeah, same. I love it. I mean, I can't get enough of it. That's why I keep going to these skate events and driving 8 hours and
losing sleep.
Yeah, I didn't really necessarily lose any sleep because I slept in my truck. I slept good.
Oh, I got the Fiat, so
I know.
It's a tight space.
My new truck has a full-size cab, so I can sleep in the back seat.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah. So the last truck that I had that I took down there, no, I had to camp. But I'm done with tents. I'm done with the cot. Not doing it no more.
Are you gonna do like the whole like overland thing where you put like a tent on top of the truck and stuff like that?
I mean, it's a lease.
Okay.
So I mean, if I buy the truck out, possibly.
Yeah.
But for right now, I fit in the back seat, and I slept good back there. And it was a little chilly, but I have a sleeping bag and a pillow, and I was good.
Hey, if you bring the necessary accessories,
right?
The
only thing was, fine. You know, like at the knob, there's no service. So my phone was completely useless. So usually if I'm trying to fall asleep, I'll like watch Netflix or YouTube or something to try to knock me out. That was none of that.
Nothing.
That was just me and my thoughts.
Yeah.
And
that could get dark.
But a few beers and you're good.
Few beers, few drinks, and my thoughts get a little silly.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up.
Wrap it up, and stay safe, ladies and gentlemen.
Stay safe. Keep skating. Keep riding your skateboards and your snowboards. Stay positive, people.
Oh yeah.
Peace, fam.
Peace, fam.
Yo. Woo.